Welcome, dear friends. We are embarking in this new journey of lone seeker and mystics. Today, I'm here with Swami Atmo Chaitanya, and I am Swami Devtirtha Satyarthi. Today, we are going to talk about consciousness, life, death, and AI, artificial intelligence. Before we begin, let's know who is Swami Atmo Chaitanya. Swamiji, who are you?
I'm trying to find out who am I. That's the whole journey and the beauty of this path that we are in. Who am I? The most important question. But physically, in this earth, right now, I am in California, San Diego at Osho Nirvana. And in Nepal, I'm from Kathmandu. And I am a disciple of enlightened master Osho, who has come to this earth after 2500 years, and blessed to be disciple of Osho through Bodhisattva Swami Anand Arun, and that ignited my path, my search to find out who am I, who is this Atmo.
Today is 30th June as well, and I don't know you know or not. Today is the exact date here in Rajneeshpuram, Oregon. Swami Anand Arun, Bodhisattva Swami Anand Arun got self-realized on the feet of his master. So this is a very auspicious day. I like to begin this whole podcast with asking about, do you believe in reincarnation? And if so, can you tell us what reincarnation is to somebody who don't know about this?
First of all, thank you for the reminder. It's self-realization day of Bodhisattva Swami Anand Arun, and he has talked in many YouTube interviews and personally with us also, that auspicious day where when he found his soul, his center, his Atma at the feet of the master, and on the same day his fellow traveler Ma Yoga Lakshmi Day attained God realization. So first of all, it's a very, very auspicious day for all of us, because now we have this faith that we can realize the self, the permanent, the eternal thing. Everything else is impermanent these days. You have been hearing about layoffs in America, jobs are going, So this body was a child, it becomes youth, it becomes sick and old, and finally we leave this body. No relationship is permanent. Your bank balance is not permanent. Everything is changing all the time in this physical, material, 3D world. But that's something which is never born, which never dies. Swamiji, after being in this path for so long, in so many lives, we even heard about him being disciple of Ananda. He was with Buddha, then many other masters. He practiced such odious practice. He didn't even take salt in this life, only ate raw food. He did everything that his gurus told him to do, So just to find that eternal shape, which is permanent, which never comes and which never goes. So finally he was able to realize that at the feast of his master, and that too in America. So America is the land very auspicious for all of us. It's like a blessing for us people living in America, that we can realize our soul, our center in America as well. Most of us say, hey, America is dry, there's no energy here. So but if you do your sadhana regularly, if we are in the path, we do our homework, we surrender, we do our research, and this thirst to find that eternal self, so keep putting effort, and one day that miracle happens when we least expect it. And for that, Osho has built up that moment for Swami Arun. He kept him away from his physical proximity, so he sent him to Nepal, while other sannyasi was hanging out with him, massaging him, having intimate conversation with him. Some Swamiji was longing for his master, but he was taking his master's word sincerely and putting effort in asis, tapoban, all those kind of thing. And but Swami Osho was building up for that moment. He was working on his ego. And last year, 2 years ago, we went to Rajneeshpuram, and we even felt Swamiji's energy over there, Osho's energy there. And that moment exploded. That moment happened when he lost his ego, the ego which does not exist, but somehow we think it is there. So the master is that catalyst, that witness. In front of him, all the transformation happens. And if a disciple has devotion and trust in his master, which Swamiji always has, that's why even after so many years, after his self-realization, he's trying to help us by saying that, hey, Osho is alive. Even he's not in his body, we can feel his energy. We can feel his presence, we can feel his consciousness. If we surrender our ego and allow him to work, he's always there. But for that, we have to work on our ego and trust him, So this path of devotion worked for him. And let's celebrate this day also, self-realized day. Other day we celebrate the day where Osho gave him this title of Bodhisattva. So as far as reincarnation goes, I feel like if there is yesterday, there is past life. If there is tomorrow, there is reincarnation. And if there is today, this moment, there is enlightenment. So this past and future is part of the mind. So, and this moment here and now, we are free from the mind. We are free from this time traveling. So as we go subtle in our mind, as we travel into subtle part of our bodies, we get to see past life. We get to have glimpses of this past life as a meditator, as a truth seeker. Because once you realize at least one of our past life, then you'll be less fear in this life. You'll be more courageous. That this is all a cosmic joke. We are just playing a part. So that is the beauty of realizing past. And for us, Osho does not push us to realize past. So he pushes us to do our regular meditation, and whatever is needed will happen. We'll get glimpses of past life in our dreams, meditation, and someday it all makes sense. And he will also block the life that is not necessary for your growth. So he just wants to know that experience that you have been here in this earth in the past, and you'll be here in this earth again in the future if you don't go beyond the mind. So when we say we die, so what dies? So this physical body dies. And what does not die? The center that Swami Arun attained does not die. So that always revolves. But it is not liberated. It is not full enlightenment, as Osho calls it, nirvana enlightenment. So we have to come back again in this human body to work on those two forms of enlightenment. But for normal mind, we are so much into our mind, our desires, we are attachment, our anger, our sadness, our wealth, and all these ambitions that we keep coming unconsciously. So many people who leave their body, they just come in 5 minutes to 1 year time, but you are more conscious, you are more understanding, more maturity, then you can take your own time. So I absolutely have faith in reincarnation. I have also glimpses of some past lives, and I have this feeling and experience that we have been here before and we'll be here again if we don't work on this life, work on us, work on our ego, work on our attachment. So that's why we need ashram, we need meditation, we need guru. And this is not one life project. This is so many lives project. Even Buddha in his Jata Katha has talked about his so many lives stories, and Osho has talked about so many lives, Swami Arun has talked about so many lives, and so many other masters have talked about so many lives, where in each life they add one samskar, so that once you balance all the samskar, then you are liberated.
Thank you, Swamiji, for a very in-depth answer to that question. Another question I'd like to ask is, since we talk about the reincarnation, one of the teaching or one of the thing also emphasizes art of dying, how it is relevant, and why this art is very necessary to live. It sounds quite paradoxical, but he says we need to know death to understand life.
So that's a very valid question and very relevant. Everything is uncertain in this world. Our material position, our relationship, everything is uncertain, but only one thing certain is death. And that the death of our physical body, and that's where our fear is. Our deepest fear is in that death. So that's why people who are fearful of death, they accumulate lots of money, they want family, they want security, they want property, they want good health, because just to avoid that fear of death. So if you go deep into their psychology, their psychic, you'll find fear of death. They will say, oh, I'm not afraid of death, death can come any time, I'm ready to accept. But they are afraid of darkness, they are afraid that somebody might kill them, so they are afraid of insects, snakes, they are afraid of losing your loved ones, they are afraid of losing your bank balance, they are afraid of doing things out of script. We all take exit 27 to go our home, but we are afraid to take exit 30 because we are so scripted in our this programming mind, and everything is related to death. So Osho has talked about three things: love, meditation, and death. And all these three things happens in the present moment. When death comes, you have to die here. You cannot say, I'll die tomorrow or I'll die after 10 years. So when death comes, it is in the present moment. And when meditation happens, it is in the present moment. When meditation happens, it can happen anywhere. It can happen in this beautiful lake, the breeze is here, sun is here, our mind is getting quieter, calmer, our consciousness is expanding, our energy is expanding, and meditation can just happen that state of no mind in this present moment. And love also happens in the present moment. You cannot say, I will get to know each other first. When love happens, it happens. You cannot do anything about it. And it can happen with anybody, any gender, any race, any culture. So that's why love breaks all the boundaries of morality. So love, you have seen a young woman marrying older man. You have seen a Nepali woman marrying guy from Mexico. So all this happens in love. Love breaks the barriers of our ego. So love, death, and meditation has in the present moment. So that's why Osho always includes savasana at the end of his meditation. So when we do our technique, we do our rise our kundalini energy, we go in silence, and then we just lie down in savasana and just watch our thoughts, emotions, watch our body, and see what kind of thought is coming, what kind of feelings is coming, so that you know what you got to work on. So when you are very calm, your conscious mind is quiet, then the thoughts from unconscious mind, subconscious mind come, and that's what we have to work on. So savasana is a death pose. Savasana is a death pose. Eventually, when we practice all the time, when real death comes and we go into the death bed, we will be able to see our own thoughts and emotions and accept death with gratitude, with love and compassion that I came in this world, now I'm going. I'm very grateful to my family, to my sangha, to my parents, everybody. So that's the death Osho wants. Even if we don't get enlightened or self-realization, he wants us to die consciously, so that you can take birth consciously, and then you can work on your enlightenment from there. You can choose your parents, you can choose your environment. But if you die very fearfully, then all the hormones makes you unconscious. So that nature has this beautiful phenomena is not to give you pain. So they will make you faint or make you unconscious, so that you can die unconsciously There'll not be pain, but you'll not remember anything. So you'll be born again unconsciously. So Osho wants to break this. Osho wants to break this, and when we are alive, when we are young, energetic, he wants to work on our death. So he wants to find out what is dying and what is not dying. So what is not dying, he wants to give us glimpses of that. So that's why when we do dynamic, when we say stop, we go to our fifth body, the witness part. In Kundalini, when we go in silence, we go into our witnessing. So he takes into a journey from this body to our soul in every meditation, every 1 hour meditation of his. So he wants us to find out what dies, what does not die. And don't be afraid of things that does not die. So don't be afraid of your own body, your own family, your bank account. These all are impermanence, temporary. These are your illusion. These are your projection. These are your ego. So through meditation, we find courage and right environment. Through understanding, we understand that everything is temporary, not only in our mind, but we feel in our being that everything is temporary, everything comes and goes, nothing is in our hand. And if it is not in our hand, then why worry? Why to take stress? So death is a beautiful process which starts not only at 80 years old or 90 years old, but the moment you are born. You are living and you start also dying. So every year is not your birthday, but your death year also. So accept death, love death. Once you have no fear of death, then you will start enjoying life also. Life becomes beautiful. You'll enjoy everything that life has given to you, all the money, relationship, pain, separation, everything you start enjoying, because you know that nothing is permanent and I'm going to enjoy whatever existence or my life has thrown at me.
Thank you, Sanji. Like one thing, a lot of the modern mind thinks meditation is you close your eyes, sit down silently, and then you become like proper meditative, and eventually that's how you achieve enlightenment. But one of the things that so revolutionizing about Osho is that most of his teaching is to activate your hara center, your navel area. And to do this, he said you have to take a lot of risk to go in like thing that is very unpredictable, things that you are not comfortable. Like he says, like you have to be very courageous to be a meditator. Can you emphasize it, and can you make it like so modern people can understand it very clear and concise?
Right. So Osho is an enlightened master. Sitting around him must be very powerful when all the disciples sat around. And when we started, he announced that he's enlightened. So he took 17 years to announce he's enlightened. First, he had to find his people from past lives. He had to make his commune and sangha. And when he felt comfortable, he announced he's enlightened. So once he announced, many friends from West came to him. Many friends from West came from him, and all over India came to him. People from Nepal went to him. Japan went to him. And they used to sit in silence and listen to Osho. And Osho used to teach passive meditation at that time. He had not introduced active meditation at that time. And he thought that he's such a powerful vortex, and in his presence everybody will be transformed or go in deep meditation. So he started guided meditation. He started meditation from Bigyan Bhairav Tantra. He started teaching death meditation, all these beautiful meditation for 10 years. But he didn't see any transformation in people, because he felt that people's body and mind was not ready to receive him. So he introduced active meditation to take all the stress away from the body, to calm their mind first, take all the we call it kachara, all that stinks inside. If we don't take shower for 2 days, we'll feel very sweaty. If we don't take shower for 3 days, we will feel like we are stinking. If we don't take shower for 5 days, whole neighborhood will know, they will run away from you. So if you don't meditate, clear your own negative emotions that is not working in you, your thoughts, then nobody wants to hang out with you. They'll feel your ego, they'll feel your negative energy, they'll suck your energy. So Osho work on your body, mind. He tired your body, mind, so he does not say body and mind, he says body, mind, because this body is also manifestation of our thought, is a projection of our thought. So he worked on that, and that's why he introduced meditation like dynamic meditation. Before that, Vipassana was very popular. In dynamic, you do catharsis, you jump, just to test your hara, because you were very used to passive meditation, socially accepted meditation techniques. But once people started doing dynamic meditation, others started criticizing, hey, you have gone mad, this and that, and you still go through the process. People transformed. He even made you wear robe and mala and go to your work. So what he was doing was he was working on our hara center. He was trying to make our hara center strong, to trust the process, that even in all the chaos, in all the negativity, in all the criticism that people are giving to you, you are very centered, you know what you are doing. So he always believed that fearlessness is the first step to enlightenment. Fearlessness is the first step to liberation. Fearlessness is the first step to sannyas. So that's why he introduced Osho Neo Sannyas, and all the fearless people jumped into it at that time. And when you see videos of Bhagwan at that time in 70s, people, women wearing sari and doing dynamic meditation. So they were symbol of fearlessness. Imagine Indian society at that time, very strict, very a conditioned mind. So Bhagwan broke all those conditioning, and he made his sannyasis rebel. So no one is inferior, no one is superior. So West is not superior, we are not inferior, educated is not superior, uneducated is not inferior, being wealthy is not superior, being poor is not inferior, but we all are unique. And we cannot be compared, we cannot be compared. We all have this potential of growth, of enlightenment, that we all have to work, but we don't have to be fearful and go and people please and do all those sort of things just to fit in the society. So this fearlessness, this individuality that Osho gave us, from personality to individuality. So if you so Osho really worked on our hara center, and he wants us to take risk. Don't be settled. And he will also give you situation, the moment he feels you are in the safety zone, you are in that bubble, he'll break your bubble, he'll divorce you, he will take a job away, he'll make you sick, so that new you can begin with more consciousness, more courage, and more determination to go in the path of truth, because he does not want you to be stuck somewhere. One problem we have is we don't start. Another problem is we stop once we get what we want. Some people get their girlfriend, they stop the path. Some get job, they stop the path. Some get some money, fame, name, few students, few followers, they invite you at the retreat, you go to some retreat and they're happy there, but he wants us to go, and for that we need our hara center to be very strong. And when your hara center is strong, you can deal with all the emotions around it. So he loves his sannyasin to take risk, even at the cost of truth. You can do anything, at the cost of truth. Don't be scared, just trust the process, trust your meditation, trust your guru, and he will give you opportunity, he will give you situation that you are able to jump. And once you have that quantum leap, then only your journey begins. So that's the real meditation. In our meditation room, we are only practicing technique to make our physical body, mental body, emotional body, nervous system strong. And we are only creating this vortex that we can download these experiences of meditation and download and deal with all the experiences and situation of life. So the real meditation starts when you get out of the meditation hall and you meet people, you meet situation, and you deal with them, and that they do not disturb your hara center. You are very aligned and centered, and you know what's going around, and you can respond to life situation.
Oh, so just to summarize it, so what you mean is like you come out of the meditation hall and suddenly you find out all your property, everything is destroyed,
right.
But still you are still within it.
Right.
So this is what the Osho meditation teaches, right?
Exactly. So you have earned so many things, you have put your time, energy, you're attached to so many things, and you come out of the meditation hall, your house is gone, right? But you are very centered. You know how to respond to the situation, or even if you feel fearful or sadness for few seconds only, and then you accept it really quick. You don't stay in the moment your house is burned, because if it was anybody's house, you will not be that sad, because it's your house, you are attached to it, you are sad. So let's say if insurance company will pay everything, you'll be happy again, right?
Yeah.
And then again you find out, no, insurance company is not going to pay, you'll be sad again. So this is the trick of the mind. Trick of the mind is, in life anything can happen, you cannot plan life is such a mystery that you cannot understand life. You just have to live it with consciousness, right? So when you get out of the meditation hall, you find your house is burned, or you find your job is gone, you find somebody is dead, then you can just be so still and observe everything. Or even if you get disturbed for few seconds, few minutes, few hours, maybe few days, you come back to your stillness again. So you have that courage and that understanding, that sensitivity to observe everything.
I think in a lot of this Zen practice, and also Gurdjieff, another enlightened master, have also talked about this as giving shock, so that you get like what we call soul or consciousness or your higher self.
Exactly. Yeah. So without giving shock, it won't work, because we get unconscious so fast. So the moment we start learning driving, we are very conscious, we know everything, we look around, we look like rear mirror, right? But after driving, after 5 years, even when you park your car at home, you don't know when did you park. Your mind is somewhere else, your muscle memory will drive, right? But all of a sudden you are about to meet an accident, then you are awake again. So that shock makes you aware, then everything opens up for us. So we are very unconscious, we go, that is the trap of the mind. Friends, we have to understand the trap of the mind. Mind always wants to learn, because once it learns, it will put us in that loop, in that programming, so we become slave of the mind. And consciousness is to come out of it and see that mind is putting you in the loop. So you become the master, mind becomes the slave. So that's why in Osho's time, so many people got divorced. Osho separated so many relationships. Osho united so many relationships. People from west came to the east, east to the west. So many shuffling happened just to give us shock. And in Gujri's ashram also, that if you don't drink alcohol, he will bring alcohol. So like when you are eating, they say stop. You put his in his pond, he'll put this water this high. So many people run away. So master's way is to give us shock, so that few of us can awake from it, realize, oh my God, what I am doing. Sometimes when you are very into this sexual energy, into thinking about woman, sex all the time, you get unconscious. Then all of a sudden master gives you shock, you awake. Oh my God, I wasted my time on all these fantasies, all these lower vibration. So giving shock is our path, our path. So that's why we should not be afraid of it. We should accept it, and that's when you know that you are transformed. That in the past you used to take tension for so many hours, you used to days, and you used to blame so many people. Now today I accept it. So this what universe has decided to give me, I accept it, and I will move on. And whatever new things gonna happen, I'm gonna flow with it.
So in this emerging age, how do you view what is consciousness? And right now, everything in our life is dictated so much with technology, new invention, and right now there is this AI. So we are in the point where human body, like many mystics and enlightened master says, like you have to go through billions and billions of life to get this human body. But now the AI is replacing everything, and now what we call consciousness is also a lot of the modern scientists are saying the simulated reality. So how do you view them, and how do you differentiate Tell me about your opinion.
I think whatever is happening great. So I think we are living in the best time of our human history, So we have driverless taxi, driverless car, food is coming to our house, So drones are flying, they will drop the package. So many things, like when we used to study Ramayana and other scripture, oh, God this did, God that. Now science is able to give it to us in our own hand. So that is the beauty of human mind. Human mind is very, very, very powerful, and even they say, like, people like Einstein only used 10% of his mind, So um, now aeroplanes are flying, So we always wanted to fly, but we didn't have wings, so we created aeroplanes. So we saw whales in the ocean. We wanted to swim like whales, but we could not do it, so we created a ship. So human mind is so powerful. Now we have video, internet, we have video calling, you can call with your loved ones. So now it's like a global family. So your emotions from here can travel in real time to Nepal, and from Nepal to here, exchange of emotions, thought, your expertise, everything is being exchanged at real time now. So this is the beauty of human mind. But once you are not aware, you are not the master of all these things. If you are using AI, if you are using phone, if you are using internet, if you are using a mind, then life is beautiful. Now you can go into something creative, So now science has given us so much freedom, luxury, so much. Now in 5 years time we will have so much time, because all the manual work will be done by robots. All the robots will have pretty much time. So what to do with those free time? So that's what Osho talked in Jin Khoja Tin Paya in Search of Miraculous, that modern human will have so much time. Now is the best time to practice meditation. So you have practice meditation, be creative, read books, and transform yourself. Go to that fifth body space. If you are in that fifth body space, life is beautiful. But if you are stuck into your physical body, your emotional body, your logical thinking body, and your mental body, then life can become very troublesome, because they will implant you fear, lots of fear in you. So without fear and greed, they cannot manipulate you. So the growth, the evolution is happening beautifully as it should. We invented internet, we invented apps, now inventing AI, which is growing on its own, which is very organic, which is evolving in its own thing. Now it's a transition. Between human and the machine. Now we have to find a way to coexist between human and machine. If we cannot deny anything, we cannot deny any part, we have to accept, like we accept all the religion, we accept all the race, all the countries, we have to accept this machine part in our life too. And once you are aware, once you have that stability, that alignment, then you are free from it. You are free from it. You will see it as a cosmic drama. Now dream was this big, now it's this big. We are lost in the dream. Now people will go to the moon, to the Mars soon. So we are into this trap of illusion more and more. So it will be very difficult to come to your center again. Now maybe new kind of masters will come and try to give a shock. But for now, Osho is enough. Okay, Osho is enough. So we have to learn to accept technology. We have to do our regular practice of meditation. This is the age of breakthrough or breakdown. So if you are too much in the mind, and AI is also part of the mind, but meditation is part of no mind. And whenever you are in no mind, the mind cannot control you, make you slave. And whatever fear is going around, job, layoff, your future, now they don't even ask what's your 5-year plan, so because we don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. So it's a global unconscious fear going on around, and hang it there, do your practice, trust in your Hara center, and everything will be transformed for better. An opportunity for meditator like us to be transformed, more time, more comfort, and more easily available resources through internet, AI. We can find so many information, whatever we need for transformation. So hang in there, don't buy in fear, always mitigate those fear with love, mitigate those unawareness with awareness, And this consciousness is, we have consciousness of our five senses, we have consciousness about our this life, and we are aware of this consciousness too. So that is what we have to find.
One thing, a lot of the time, or a lot of the thing we are seeing is now simulated by AI. Can AI also simulate spiritual awareness?
Beautifully, it can absolutely do it. So Osho has talked in Search of Miraculous that technology will find us until fifth body, so it can help us to find our own center, own Atma. For that, it used to take so many lives, so many, even to find one book, people have to travel so much, even to find one library. Now we have so much information, so absolutely this new sound system, all these sound healing rooms, once you go in, you are so centered already. And this is high oxygen places like oxygen bars. Osho has even said that you don't even have to do first step of breathing. You just put a mask for 30 seconds, you are already oxygenated. So all these things are here to support you. Now there is chakra balancing machine, there is aura reading machines, so they will activate your chakra. So there are many tools just to support you, and through AI, once we integrate with robot, miraculous can happen. Now AI, if you ask AI about dynamic meditation, it will give you beautiful answer. If you just focus on breathing part, it will give you beautiful answer on all level. But you have to be the master. You take what is needed, or you don't take what is not needed. This is true, this is not true, based on your own understanding and feelings. AI is our friend, AI is our secretary, AI is here to help us, but we have to be the master. If AI becomes our master, then we will be lost more. We'll be in breakdown position, because we'll be bored with life. Everything is there, but you'll not be happy. So one is this hardship, that you don't have food, then you become sad. You don't have good health, you become sad. You don't have girlfriend, you become sad. And another thing is, you have food, you have house, you have girlfriend, you have kids, you have AI, you have robot, you have security, you have everything, but you don't have that center. Then you become more miserable. So I believe personally, AI will help us to find transformation from entertainment. So we'll take entertainment away, and we can use all the resources for transformation. And for unconscious mind, or people who are lost in this world, we will take it for entertainment only. They will watch more TVs, they will watch all the fictional things, they will do the same thing, they will try to improve it. Men will be women, different ways of having sex parties, different ways of education, different ways of eating. So they'll be only revolved around the mind. But if we have in this no mind, then we can definitely use support of AI. And I personally love AI right now. It makes my flyer, it gives me great description of my event, it helps me to understand so many things. When I put different, so you have to know how to write right prompt. If you know your right prompt, AI will give you such beautiful answers about other masters. Also, I absolutely love AI.
And in future, like, could this be another way of seeing more spiritual master as AI, or there would be many Buddhas in future also, along with AI?
Absolutely. They'll be like in Diamond Sutra, Buddha said to Subhuti asked, so will there be more Buddhas, Bodhisattvas coming down the age, or we are the only one? And Buddha said, hey, don't have this ego that you are only blessed ones. You can only be with the master. There are so many people who will be with the masters, Bodhisattvas of different gurus, and more Bodhisattvas are coming who will work according to the situation, country, and the need of that time. The fifth body, the center is the same. The way we express in first four body is different. So there'll be more learned bodhisattvas who will come and hammer our ego, give us shock. So don't worry about it. Truth is eternal. This dhamma will be always continued. This game of light and darkness will always continue. And We just have to trust our practice. We just have to trust our guru, his teaching, and all these bodhisattvas who will come in the future. We will able to recognize them. We will be able to connect with them. We will appreciate their work, even it is opposite of our way of thinking, our way of school, but we'll recognize their presence. So they will always come, and more people will get enlightened, more people will be awakened if we know how to use our mind. And mind is AI, mind is all this illusion, mind is all these things that we think is real. So we will be seeing lots of bodhisattvas, lots of enlightened masters in various forms, and then they will be coming. So in existential level, I'm sure people are already planning, masters are already planning what kind of bodhisattvas we have to send again. In even so many lama gurus, they reincarnate. They now, if you listen to podcasts of so many lama gurus, they are so learned. They talk about humor, they talk about dance, they talk about science, they talk about AI. They are more open, more like a Kalyan Mitra and less of a guru. They are more approachable now, because they now learn that this is not the age of the guru, this is age of the Kalyan Mitra. You have to go and be like the normal mind and take them out from there.
But how can you say all this thing? Because many people are getting, according to statistic, there are a lot of people are getting more and more lonely, depressed, and even like a lot of this, what do you call, spiritual practice are getting diminished in East. Even in West, like more people are into atheism and agnostic, and a lot of people are just the fabric of society is just getting torn off, toned. So, and more technology is coming. We are getting dehumanized or depersonalized. So how do you say like this AI, all this thing would even integrate more into making life more meaningful?
That's why I feel like now this is Osho's age. Osho's age is now coming. So whatever he talked in 70s is start happening now about AI, about iPad, all these music systems, our hormones. We can inject one hormones and change out gender. Everything he said, that would have been very confusing and for that mind at that time. So now is the age of Osho, where humor, dance, laughing, taking all your emotions out, and creating this beautiful sangha where human part, where love, where feelings are more appreciated, because we're too much in the mind now. So Osho talks about this trinity of science, heart, and meditation. He calls it 3 M's: mathematics, music, and meditation. So AI is part of the mind, and because of that, so many luxury and comfort is coming. So all the scientific gadget process, Osho always loved it. He accepted its science. The problem is we are too much in the mind. If there is no love, there is no feelings. That's why people like Einstein, when they left the body, he said, in my next life, I want to be a plumber. I don't want to be a scientist, because he sacrificed his love life. He sacrificed his family just to know this universe. And he said, it's unknowable. We cannot know it through mind, So Osho brought that school of thought to the second level, to our heart. He appreciated artists. He appreciated dancers, singers, creative people. But the problem with creative people are they're very emotional people. They're very sensitive people. So people who are in the mind, they will never commit suicide. So people who are in the heart, who are more sensitive, they'll commit suicide. So these people always move from one place to another, one relation to another. They are into drugs, they are into alcohol, because they cannot reset their emotion, they cannot channelize their emotion. So that's why we have to reset with meditation. So meditation is the third aspect of this trinity, to reset your mind and emotions for 1 hour, for 2 hours, so that you can go back to your mind and heart and enjoy this craziness also. So that's why places like Tapoban is thriving now. All the other monasteries going down, or places like Tapoban is thriving right now because they practice this trinity over there. There are more humor, more dance, more celebration, more feelings of being alive, more feeling of being human. So places like this will evolve now. So all the people with depression, pain, separation come to Tapoban, and once they meditate for 7 days retreat, they take break from this technology, from their mind, from their heart, and reset. So they become very fresh, and they go to the world for next 3 months, and they can organize themselves, they can prioritize things in themselves, they will be less worries, less fear, but it's a constant practice. So it's a blessing in a way that people are getting frustrated, lonely, sad, sensitive, so that from there they can find a door to nirvana. Now if you feel like that, there are places in Nepal, Tapoban, Upaban, Jetban, in America, Nirvana, so many other places where we teach you to be human, where we teach you to be Zorba the Buddha, where we help you to find humor and that silence in your life. So we need places like this, and the age of Osho has come. The more age of science comes, more age of Osho has come. So we will balance this material growth, this scientific growth with meditation and spirituality and Osho's wisdom, where we will also take care of our body and we'll take care of our soul too. So this both has to merge to find the happiness and peace in this. For modern mind, if you only accept one dimension, then you'll go crazy, we'll go crazy. So if you don't accept AI as soon as possible, you'll go crazy. People will outgrow, and once they outgrow, your existence is not even needed. So nature will eliminate you. So we have to accept it, we have to evolve with whatever is happening outside, but we have to be always in our centers. For that we need enlightened master like Osho.
Oh, thank you, Swamiji. This is our last question now. Can machine ever evolve as a human consciousness?
That's a great question. We will find it soon.
Thank you.